Jay Nelson here for another Friday Fit Tip. Fix your squat part 2. Let's go for it. I want to make this video short and accurate as possible, and we're going to address where I left off on the last video. Now if you need the link for the last video, it's below. It's going to take you through the fundamentals, then it's leading you up to this one. So this is part 2. Check that link out, and then you can follow on with this one. So tackling the asymmetrical weight shift again, just to recap, is when you shift to one side of your squat. We know for a fact that tightness in the inner thigh, the adductor complex, on the side of the shift, and or weakness in the glute medius. So I've showed you strategies in the last video, so loosen up your inner thigh again, peep down, go back through it, and loosen up your inner thigh, and then you can come back on and follow with me. So you'll be up to speed where we're at right now. So 3 strategies I use to correct the asymmetrical weight shift. I've used it with myself, I've used it with my clients. There are many others, but this is what I have used, what I continue to use, because sometimes your body shifts back into that old pattern, and they work. So check it out. So attach a super band to a stable object. Okay, it could be a pole, it could be a pole in the basement, and get yourself in it. Now the thickness of the band is depending on how strong you are. Set the band up to around about just below your waist height. And what I like for this strategy is to do the squat in front of a mirror, so I can actually see what's going on. Now, this is actually pulling me. Let's say I'm shifting to my right side. This band is pulling me to the right. What that's going to do is going to force the left side to work a little harder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get myself in the squat position. This pulls me across. I shift my weight to the left, and I go into that squat. Immediately, I can feel my glutes, especially my glute medius, the side of my leg here, is already firing up. Using a mirror, you can track and get your squat properly. Again, this pulls this way, we pull this way, training the muscles, getting the brain to turn the muscles on the opposite side of the body to correct the hip. Make sure that you're aligned properly during your squat. Alright? Easy fix. That's fix number 1. A weak glute medius will also present itself in a lunge, whether it's a stationary lunge or a walking lunge. The knee would dive in on the lunge. So that could be caused by pronation of the foot, overpronation, or weak glute medius. So we're going to target the glute medius since we're in the asymmetrical weight shift. We're going to take that rubber band, slide it a little lower along the object that we attach it to, so it's just above or below the knee. We're going to get into that lunge position and pull against the side of the weakness. So if the knee tracks this way, glute medius is weak. We are going to pull this way, fire up the glute medius to track the knee over the ankle and go down into the lunge. Get down, hold, keeping the knee just over the ankle, keeping the lower leg perpendicular to the floor. That, my friend, is going to fire up your glute medius. Again, all these strategies, 10 to 12 reps, 3 sets each. Your first exercise I showed you with your squat. Do that for the side of the weakness only. But in this exercise, you can alternate your left and right legs. Alright? Last but not least, my favorite strategy. Check this out. Grab this bench. Now, you may not have one of these at home. I'm pretty sure you don't. You could use a tall chair. Just make sure that your chair is backed up against a wall or something stable, so the chair doesn't slip. Thing here now is the chair height. The lower the chair, the more difficult the exercise is going to be. So start with a chair that's a little higher where you can have more control over the movement. Again, as you get better, you can increase the intensity by either getting a lower chair or putting a platform here and elevating your feet. So, if I have a asymmetrical weight shift, again, weakness on the glute medius, this would happen. It'll be what is called a hip hike. A hip hike is where the abductor, the glute medius, allows the hip to hike, go into adduction, and the belt line is diagonal. We don't want that belt line diagonal. So in the last video, we spoke about tightness in tightness in some muscles and length in other muscles. More so the quadratus lumborum, that's like right around here in the back. When that gets short and tight, when you start getting QL problems, it feels like a knife is in your back. We don't want that happening at all. So what just fix? We want to get into a single leg squat. Now, as you can see, I'm still hiking a little bit. Watch this leg now. If I take this leg and I put it behind my standing leg and I drop the hip a little bit, what that does, it keeps the hips square through that squat. As opposed to being right here, I'm still getting a bit of a hike, a little bit of instability, but I hand this leg below. Now this is going to require a little bit of balance. What you could also do as you go through that squat, you could touch this leg back to the floor and stand up. The key here is this leg hanging behind the working leg that's adjusting the pelvis as you go through that squat. Alright, so this exercise also you can do for the left and the right leg. So there we have it. 3 strategies to correct your asymmetrical weight shift. Ideally, we could perform this in front of a mirror, so you can actually start using that visual cue to correct your movement. Do that for about 4 to 6 weeks, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be back in the game. Alright? Jason Nelson, talk to you soon. Thanks for viewing. Subscribe to my channel right below. Talk to you later. Bye.